The elderly. The elderly know. They just have a few months or a few years that their lives already have their pinnacles, that ecstasies, their adventures, their sorrows and losses of loved ones with still more to come. They have discovered, they have learned, they know it is all right to be unsure, to not know for sure, even as we smile at each other. We fall asleep while listening to music, or poetry, or political speeches, and that it is all right to do that. We can tell what time it is, but we won't know what day it is. That usually it won't make any difference. We seem feeble, our walk hesitant or crippled, with our minds leave our minds leave out quite a bit of the latest, but we can remember lines from Shakespeare, poetry from Tennyson, Bobby Burns, Keats, Yeats, and Whitman, Walt Whitman, that we learned 75 years ago. We remember them still. But through all this, our emotions have become just right, like a turkey in the oven, browned and crinkling and ready to please everyone around the table. We have developed the finest, the most exquisite part of our life, the emotional part, that let us laugh in the right places, to smile thoughtfully, to listen with a slight smile on our faces that lets the other know we are listening with our hearts, with our back teeth, with our knuckled fingers, that we have achieved probably the most important beauty of all, the world of emotions. We are like old seagulls sitting silently and motionless on a log, watching the sea surge back and forth, and see the sandpipers dash after the receding tiny waves to capture some tiny crustacean that nature planned. To know all this, to accept it, to love each other quietly and with only delicate touchings, perhaps a finger or two on the sweater of a forearm, with both knowing love is there. Then the nourishment given to the young, to help them age in the same way, to also nourish the new young who will come into the world to take its turn to the great cycling, endless flow of humanity on this little planet, the third one from the sun. 1999.